It's the bacon, egg, and cheese show with Lady Love, Bad Bunny, and I go by Miss Lissa. We gon' wake that ass up. It's the bacon, egg, and cheese show, and cheese show. We give you what you need, yo. You need, yo. Every 3 times a week, yo. It's the bacon, egg, and cheese show, and cheese show.
Yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese, about to wake that ass up. Girl, who is you playing with? Wake that ass up. Told your big daddy when you wake your ass up. Yo, what is you waiting for? Wake that ass up.
After we do the show, then stop. Then what? Subscribe it like it's hot. After we do the show, then stop. Now what? Subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. Subscribe it like it's hot.
Good morning. I want to first and foremost welcome everyone to the show, and secondly apologize for our tardy. One of us, the egg, was experiencing some technical difficulties, so right now I'm on the emergency jack, which is an Android, and I don't like the lighting or nothing. How y'all doing?
It's popping, okay. Miss Lissa,
thank
like
you.
Tech support all the time. So it'd be her computer. If something going on, she and I fixed it. We were on the phone today and we was trying to fix it, you know. So shout out Lady Luck Tech Support in the building.
All right.
Facts. No, seriously. As soon as my phone started acting crazy, I was like, let me call Lady Luck, because if anybody knows how to help me get through this, it's you. But I'm still experiencing some difficulties
now. I remember when Babs couldn't log into her Instagram and she started crying.
Yo, that is so funny. I remember that too, because that's when Babs and I, to anyone who's new to the show, Bacon, Egg, and Cheese is created by Lady Luck, and Babs were already friends. And then Luck and I had a show already going on, and then she pulled us all together. So Babs and I were still trying to get to know each other. So when Babs calls me, I'm initially thinking it's like show related, and it still was, but it was like her feeling like her page was under attack. And I heard her voice cracking, and I didn't realize she was crying until like she said, "Oh my God." And I said, "Oh shoot. How do you make a thug cry? Make them think you stole their social media." Like,
wow. Crib today, you know, shout out to my mom. She got 1,000 purses. You know, we moving, so we pack it up. So excuse my background. You know what I'm saying? We about to switch that up in a minute.
well, shout out to everything that's happening, all the changes, the shifts, the movements, the growth, the doors that are opening for everyone on this platform, and the growth that is happening for the platform. And the growth is happening because of all of you. So please continue to show love, share the live, and don't forget to follow the BEC Show on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any exclusive content. So much is going on. So much is happening. We're going to chop up these hot topics. And if you want to join us, because today we don't have a guest, so you can be our guest co-host, get Lady Luck's attention. We need likes, we need badges, we need hearts, we need opinions. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show. Lady Luck, Babs Bunny, and Miss Lissa. Ow.
Buying badges early. We appreciate y'all.
Get them badges, you heard? So before we go into anything, we want to acknowledge the passing of a legend, a hip-hop icon, Harlem's own Kay Slay. He passed away after a battle with COVID. So we do want to send our prayers and a lot of love. Please drop some K's, and no, not too many K's. Don't do it in order. We don't want it 3 times. But drop some love in the comment section for Kay Slay. To Edie, you have some fun Kay Slay stories or fun memories?
Me and Slay, we've had a love-hate relationship. It's so funny. The first time I met, I'll be taking no credit. I'm the first person that got Kay Slay in the magazine. So what happened was when I was on Def Jam, You know, back in the day when you put a song together and it leaked, you want to know what's going on. So now it was my turn. I remember when my song Rush got leaked, and it was a song, it was the second single off the Funk Flex 60 Minutes of Funk album. So now I'm at the studio crying. I was on my Babs Bunny. I'm like, oh, they done put my song out. So at the time, the Source magazine was like, we was the first reality show. Hello. The Source magazine was following me around for 12 months straight. Shout out to Leah S. King. And one of the episodes was following that story. So I went to 116th First Avenue. Familiar with Kay Slay from the beginning. He had the apartment. You walk through the kitchen and it's 1,000 records. It's just crates full of records. And Lady Luck back then was looking crazy. I don't even remember what was going on, but it's a picture of us. He's throwing the key down. So if you ever went to freestyle at Kay Slay house over there, he would throw the key down to you. You know, you got to walk up the stairs, do a freestyle. So that is our relationship. I went there, he threw the keys down, and I did some freestyles up there. And then that's where we built our relationship. And then when me and Remy had our battle, Slay was down with Terror Squad and Fat Joe and them, so we ain't see eye to eye for a minute. And then you know, when we did First Family in Hip Hop in 2018, that's a very long time to be beefing with somebody. But when we did even before then, me, Remy, and Emil and Glaze New York, and there was some other female rappers. He had a night up there where it's just nothing but female rappers, and we all went up there, and I promise you, me and Remy ain't let nobody rap. I promise you, it was like it was like playing tennis. I was rapping till I ran out of breath, then Remy started rapping till she was out of breath. Oh, good, the living room's open. Let's go back to the living room. So it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun just being able to rock with Kay Slay. And he went, after I was done, he was like, look, I didn't even know it was like that. I was like, yeah, Slay, his bars is crazy, you know? And then it was just a lot of love from then. And then the female rappers he worked with, so then me and Miss Hustle got into it. So I had to DM Slay and tell him, nah, Miss, you started with me first, Slay. You know what I mean? So, you know, shout out Kay Slay. He just showed a lot of love. I went up to the station. Me and the Mexican I was with at the time. And, you know, he just showed a lot of love. And it was just always back and forth with me and Slay. But I love the fact that we would go through it and we see each other and it'd be all love. And this shit really hurt. Yeah, it really hurts
Leo.
because for one, there's not other people in the music industry like Kay Slay. Like for him to, because sometimes in hip hop we forget our legacy artists. And what I appreciated about Slay is he would take the artists from, you know, the old school, as they call it. I call them legacy artists, to the new school. You know, he'll do a song for 40 minutes and make sure everybody's on it. Slay would show love to the up-and-coming artists. Like, I was on live last night. Shout out to my man, Big Seven. Big Seven was like, I owe my whole career to him. I was going to leave the music industry alone until he gave me that light, you know, and helped him be who he is today. Another thing that I admire about Slay that I can't even say myself is that he had Straight Stunting magazine. And I know a lot of the females listen straight stunting, and he never pushed up on them, especially being in his position, never womanized them, never sexualized them. And I can't say that I wouldn't have did the same thing. I said, baby, you want to get this magazine, you're going to have to do something strange for a piece of page, you know what I'm saying? And he never did that. And it's just choking me up inside. I know Slave, he fought a good fight. And we lost a juggernaut in the hip hop industry. You know, street sweepers now in the building. You heard that come on midnight on Hot 97. You would hear everybody. You know, he played my records. He played up and coming people's records. He gave everybody a chance. And the higher he got in his career, people change. Like, I know all these DJs. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dinosaur in this music industry. So, you know what I mean? I've been in the game since it started, and I know all of these DJs. You know, I'm not going to name no names, but I know the DJs, you know, who I was on their mixtapes, and then when they blew up, they literally asked me for money to get on their shit. And I'm like, I helped you get.
Can you give us a clue?
Nah, Clue never acted funny with me. Well, when he first met me, because I asked Clue for a hug, and he was like, I don't do hugs. But then after he got a chance to know me, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know she was, you know, Miss Liz is very nice with what she do. But I'll keep it real. You know, shout out to Green Lantern. You know, Green Lantern used to come to my house. Like, we used to hang out. And then I know that at a time when I needed Green Lantern to support Lady Luck, he said he needed a brown bag. And I was so slow at the time, I didn't know what he meant. And then it hit me months later, like, did he ask me for some money? You know what I mean? So it's just a lot of people, like, I know, especially when things in my career was at a dead halt, how people treated me. But I know that when I ran into Slay, depending on where we was at that time, he always showed love. It was never anything disrespectful. You know, oh yeah, Lazy K always support the new artists too. But I mean, those are my fondest memories. Of course, Slay is tight with, you know, my family members. Shout out to Leland Robinson, Sugar Hill Gang. Slay just always show love, and especially when we was on our press run, you know, luck, we don't need no beef, you know what I'm saying? And one thing I admire, even though we might have been on different ends of the stick, pause, he was riding for the females that was on his side, like, yo, luck, you can't be dissing my artist, and I'm like, Slay, it's me, baby, it's me, you know. So it just really hurts, you know, it really hurts. So rest in peace, Kay Slay. Much love going out to Remy Ma, Pat Poose. I know that I've known Pat Poose since I was on Def Jam. He used to come up there with Jinx the Juvie. And I know that Pat went outside Hot 97 and was just trying to rap for everybody. And Slay gave him that opportunity and gave him that chance. And they went and got that $2 million deal. I know everything going on in hip hop. So, you know, I know that this is, no, Slay didn't find Miss Hustle. He didn't find her. He found her on Battle Rap. But, you know, just to know that he just supported everybody, male or female. You know what I'm saying? And just like you guys go on YouTube, it's not many rappers he didn't support. You know what I mean? So it's just we appreciate all that he's done, the legacy that he's left behind, because honestly, you know, he lived a full life, and people live lives and never get to live and fulfill the shoes that he did. And he's leaving behind a big legacy. And damn, this shit hurt. Damn, this it's hard to conceive, you know what I mean? Especially like if you don't see somebody every day, it's different, you know, because it's like, oh, okay, you know, I don't want to talk your heads off, but it leaves a pause inside.
Yeah,
Let's go, Bunny.
it's a sad situation, right? And so when you got somebody like Slay, like Luck said, that there's not too many people that's like him, that never change, that giving new artists a shot, that wanted to merge the legends with the new artists. He wanted to merge them together, and he always supported females. Give it up for the ladies. You already know the vibe. Kay Slay had Queen of the Ring up on his show, and he was just dope for the support that he gave. He repped New York City to the fullest, and he showed New York City artists love. Now, what's sad to me is that our legends are not living to be old. Like, I want them to be old, like old men, old ladies, like 80, 90 years old. You understand what I'm saying? And like our lifespan, I feel like in a whole is starting to shorten. And I don't know if people are noticing that. It's very, very scary. And during COVID, we lost so many of our elderly people that was of that age. A lot of that, you know, generation was just gone. You know what I'm saying? All that information, all of that knowledge. I encourage everybody to start writing. I've always been saying this since I've been on the show. Everybody's life is important. Everybody got a story. At the end of the day, you don't have to be a celebrity to leave your story behind. Write down your life story. Write down your life. If you have children, it's something that they need to have. We don't know how long we're going to be here. When people say tomorrow is not promised, that is so real, but it's so scary to see it just getting younger and younger. Why am I not seeing our rappers grow to just be old? Like, they're dying of being sick. Like, you know, Kay Slay COVID, Fred the Godson COVID, DMX with the drugs. It's just so much stuff where they just not living to be old. I want to see it. And I my condolences to his family. You know, his mother tried her best to hold on. It's just a sad situation. And like I said, life is just really weird. It is so weird. Please, people, write down your story. Write for your children. If you having children and they can't write for themselves, if they too young, write their story down. Please do it. It's very important, man. It's just very important. Not like, don't let you just hear and then go on. Like, you got a story to tell. Like, I believe that. I want to know about it.
You know, and just really quick to touch on that. While we living, we must remember to be healthy. You know, I ran into Skane Dollar and the and when I went to the mall last week, and you know, I had contacted COVID last year March, and my bout with COVID, to be honest with you, I've had menstruals that was worse than that, but what I contribute to my case not being like how other people's is that, ladies and gentlemen, you have to take care of yourself. There's vitamins and nutrients that our body needs every day. And I ain't gonna front, since my cousin passed away in July, I've been eating everything I want to eat. And I know that myself, I have to start to get in shape. And I got to get back on my bullshit. I got to get on my Miss Lissa shit. I know that. But with COVID, when COVID first came out and they said that it attacks the immune system, I was heavy with the elderberry, heavy with the black seed oil, heavy with the zinc, heavy with the vitamin C. I know that I was juicing every day, and all of this is on my page. So when COVID tried to come for me, my immune system turned into Mike Tyson. You get what I'm saying? And it's like some of us might be slim, but not healthy. Some of us are overweight and not really enough effort, and especially with sleep. A lot of us in the music industry are not getting enough sleep, or entertainment period. We're not getting enough sleep. And sleep is very essential to your health. You get what I'm saying? So if you combine that with lack of exercise and lack of nutrients, it's a combination. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, we be having pre-existing health issues and not take care of ourselves. Shout out to the Inky Boys. It's a very viral father and son group, and it broke my heart the other day to find a story where it's like the dad, he's only 37, 34, and he has stage 4 cancer. Colon cancer at that, and you're not supposed to have that in your 30s. Like, you're not even supposed to get a colonoscopy until you in your 40s, and we're not paying attention to our health the way we're supposed to. So I just want to encourage everybody to start to get on their bullshit. You know what I mean? Start to and sugar is our enemy.
Yeah, I'm fighting with that too, because I'm a coffee head.
So, sugar feeds cancer. And a lot of us are sweets. We into our, and we don't understand that pasta turns into sugar. There's a lot of foods that once you take it, turns into sugar.
A lot of fruit too. But you got,
healthy sugar. But, I did a lot of research and stuff like that. So for me, where I'm at right now, I'm not disappointed. I had a good time with the fried foods and all that other stuff, but it's time for me to get back on my bullshit, especially when they're saying that a second wave is coming. And another thing that I want to encourage everybody to do, it's not trying to be heavy, but stock up on food. The food shortage is real. When you go to River Farm and they don't have oysters and they don't have fish, and for you to go to a restaurant that is 5-star and they tell you there's certain things that's not on the menu, they're running out of crab meat and all of that out here, these are signs that we need to pay attention to. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stock up your house real soon with food, even if it's stuff that you're not going to, eat right now. I'm not into canned.
Get some canned.
A lot of non-perishable items.
Stuff. And not for nothing, I was in the airport the other day, and I walked by two restaurants that I wanted to go eat at, and it said that the kitchen was closed and that only the bar was open. And so at the end of the day, like, stack, get right, like, and we could look at our grandparents, right? And I know my grandparents was from the South. They ate all kinds of stuff, but what they putting in the food now, it's just completely different. And it's hard. It's not easy. It is hard, but if you love your life, do it. And if you can't do it for you, do it for your children. I could say that because they're gonna eat what you feed them. And so if it's hard for you, once you have that baby, start the baby off from the time they hear. This is all they're gonna know to eat, and just get right. It's just a weird time. It's a scary time right now, and yes, people just stay healthy. COVID really did me dirty. It took me a whole year, to be able to smell and taste, and it's still not back 100%. But I felt like I was going crazy. To live with a disappointment every single day, to wake up hoping that you could smell and taste, and then you can't. That's a disappointment. And all day during the day, while you're putting food in your mouth, you're hoping you're gonna be able to taste it, and you can't smell nothing. And you know, those things are like memories. You could walk into a space and smell something, and it'll take you back. Like, wow, I remember. Or you could taste something and be like, oh, wow. And that was gone for me. Like, you know, and it's dangerous. What happens if it's gas or fire, you know, anything, and you can't smell it?
Or somebody's not clean and you about to take them down.
Or, you know what I'm saying? You got a bad shorty and the box ain't right. And, you know, you can't really tell.
What?
You can't smell. Like, so.
Oh my God, girls! I need you to wipe front to back. You hear me? Definitely agree. Hello, welcome to the show. What's your name and where are you from?
It's the one and only KNERO LAPAÉ, the West African King.
Yes.
Welcome
What's
back.
good, y'all?
So we just wanted to bring you up because I know that you as well as, I mean, you're just talent all around. I still owe you some money for graphics, but you do.
You don't owe me nothing, sis.
You graphics. Look at him, long dress. He's and I admire him because he take care of his family, but his rhymes are crazy. His music is. So I know you being an independent artist. Have you got the opportunity to work with Kay Slay or meet?
Yeah, I met Kay. You know what I mean? Humble dude, down to earth. It's unfortunate. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, the big homie. He a legend in the game. I met him plenty of times.
Dope. All right, and anything with the health is wealth thing. I know you was in the comments. You were saying some dope stuff.
Yeah, you know me. Well, my wife's a nutritionist, so don't mind what's in my head. It's actually natural lemons. I'm about to wash my hair and shit.
So one of the disciples today, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gorgeous, my brother.
Thank you, sis.
There you go.
My wife's a nutritionist, so we big on like what we give our children. I was saying, like right now, what you got, there's a shortage. What you said about the shortage, and there's lack of baby formulas right now. Lucky for me, my wife, we breastfed our kids. She breastfeed our kids. You know what I mean? All our kids is breastfed. So, and I got dudes who they stack up on a formula. I just found out that the formula was low, and that's kind of like depressing because how you gonna not have formula for babies if people's feeding their kids formula? You know what I mean? Like the babies can't eat. You know what I mean? Forget about the restaurants. We could find means of surviving as adults, but like the babies, that's kind of crazy to me. So I would say drink a lot of water, smile a lot, be happy. You know what I mean? Have a joke because smiling and laughter is good for the heart. Clean food because, like you said, with the sugar, there's a lot of things that turns into sugar. Bread is one of them. Rice is one of them. Everything that's starch turns to sugar. So we got to pay attention. With all jokes aside, anything that's white is dangerous because
we already knew that.
With these, with all jokes aside, you know what I mean? Because these food these are processed food. Food is not white. It doesn't come out being white. Like cauliflower is not. It's not GMO, but it's not real. It's an offspring of exactly. It's an offspring from broccoli. That's why broccoli is green and cauliflower is white. You know what I'm saying? So it lost. That's why it's not colored. So we gotta pay attention to actually what we put in our body. Like stay healthy, of course, because it's crazy out there.
And
really crazy out there.
That hair growth right there. You got it.
No, you're definitely right. I breastfed my daughter until she was almost a year, but then she started biting me, and I'm actually writing about that in my next column. And I do suggest that more women tap into that because the breast is actually best. Like formula is synthetic milk. Like yes, it's an option, but if you can do breastfeeding, then you know. At least try, because when you first give birth, there's something in the milk. I think it's called colostrum or something that when you give it to your babies, like all of these like nutrients and everything. So at least when you first give birth, at least try to see how you feel as a breastfeeding mom. Like it's a hard
they don't like you don't feed them with synthetic milk. You know, they babies are on they titties, okay? You know, you got the cat.
Cows don't give their babies human milk.
And the babies are on their titties. So at the end of the day, we provide, we have the food. That's why when you get pregnant, you start to build up the milk because your body is building up the food, you know, for this baby. So at the end of the day, if you cannot, every woman can't develop breast milk. Some women do have issues with that. Some women do have issues, you know, getting enough out, because sometimes the baby is not getting enough. But, you know, to the ones that can, please do. Yes,
Yeah,
and also know.
And keep trying, because I had to go to breastfeeding forums. Like, I had to tap in with other mothers. I had to connect with other people and get tips and try. Like, keep trying. Like, don't just give up. And because sometimes your body is not producing enough milk because you're not breastfeeding enough. Like, you have to tell your body you need more supply. So if you just trying and you are struggling and you just give up, you're not going to build that supply. Sometimes you got to think about your baby. Look at pictures of your baby. Like, you got to pump milk even when your baby's not on, like when your baby's sleeping. Like, you got to keep those breast tissues activated. So, and if you need any encouragement, you can email me at missknows@gmail.com. Like I said, I am actually writing about that right now. My next article.
Can't hear you, Lissa.
Somebody in the comments said, "Isn't milk white?" Milk is not white. That's why we call breast milk liquid gold. Let me show you something. Y'all see all this right here? Check this out. I stack up with breast milk. That shit is not white.
Nope.
My lady ain't playing. You know what I mean?
That shit is yellow.
That shit is yellow. That's liquid gold right there. That's liquid gold right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't mess around over here.
And you got people that actually sell breast milk. You know, it's there's companies that, you know, you could go and women, you know, they sell like breast milk. But ladies, you got to be clean if you're doing that. You know, you can't be drinking Hennessy and Casamigos. You can't be smoking mad weed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
because you giving
That's
your
fact.
baby what you eat and what you put in your body, you giving it to your baby. You know what
That's
I mean?
a fact.
Sometimes you gotta pay attention. If your baby is colicky and going through some sort of complications and you breastfeeding, it's coming from you. So you got to be aware of what you put in your body and understand why your baby is feeling what she's feeling or he's feeling, because all it is getting all the vitamins and nutrition and the defects from you. You know what I mean? So you got to pay attention to that.
I'm about to go down to Guatemala, or, you know, I'm about to go down to one of these third world countries. All the girls getting pregnant. I'll make sure they eat good. All right? I'm getting dollar industry. Okay? Don't steal my idea. Okay?
They got them selling here. Why we can't get paid off the breast milk?
Word.
They down there cutting chicks' hair off.
Word. I'm gonna start interested in selling breast milk, or if you're interested in investing in Lady Luck titty milk, holla.
Lady Luck titty milk.
Yo, we love you, bro. Cambodia. Yes, yo, I'm about to go get it, man. Yo, Nero, shout out before you go.
Blessings and peace to all the ladies out there, because y'all the queens in all form of fashion. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for you guys, we won't be here. So blessings to all the queens out there. Love y'all.
Appreciate you, bro.
Love you too. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
I'm gonna hit you
That's the whole fact. Because if it wasn't for me, my son wouldn't be here. Because them contractions was real. Okay. And I ain't taking no epidural. Okay. I had a whole color purple baby. Okay.
Yo, listen, shout out to my friend Joy, really quick. Joy, we was together hanging out with Kay Slay back in the day. My friend Joy, I'm so proud of her. She takes nothing and turns it into something. Yesterday, she was at an event and she's selling all her. She makes paintings and she's just so creative. She makes earrings, custom jewelry, everything like that. So I just want to say shout out to Joy. She's in the comment. And
what up, Joy?
Yeah.
My fave partner.
What up, Joy? Everyone, check out Joy. Enjoy Customs, letter N, Joy Customs. Definitely a very creative person who we are all blessed to know.
Joy, hello, Joy. You bring me joy.
Speaking of joy, everyone that is watching the show, you bring us joy. Please continue to support the Schmoovement. Make sure you are following the BEC Show on Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any content. and we are looking to continue to build our team. So if you are a pop culture enthusiast, if you love hip hop, if you like to create content, then we want to know more about you. Please email, do not DM me. I saw a couple of DMs, and what that does is shows me that you don't know how to follow directions, and why would we want you on the team? So email the BEC Show at gmail.com for details. If you have a resume, that's great. If not, it's not necessary. You can learn, but reading is fundamental and following directions is very important. So
right now, I
email
cannot sit
us.
still. I feel like I done took something because I got this coffee and I told them to put express, and I feel like bouncing off the walls. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Like it's taking everything in me to just sit here. I just feel like getting up and just getting crazy. I got all of this energy, y'all.
Well, speaking of getting crazy and jumping, having all of this energy, there is a new item out. It's a cordless jump rope. Let's take a look and then we'll talk in a second.
Oh, this had me dying.
Okay, y'all, I got my jump rope. I got my cordless jump rope because when I jump, I always step on top of the rope, so it's better.
Ridiculous.
Now they look like nunchucks, but they keep you from stepping on the rope if you're not jumping high enough, or sometimes if you're trying to jump fast, it keeps the rope from smacking that leg like Big Mama's whip. So Babs, you're saying you don't like it?
High enough, then that means you need to, you know, get something together. Now I can understand if you got a knee problem, but then you shouldn't be jumping like that anyway. But you should be able to
jump rope expert. When's the last time you jump rope?
I get busy, bitch. You don't want no smoke with me with that jump rope, baby. You don't.
I
want
love jumping
no
rope
smoke.
too.
Remember where I'm from in Brooklyn? Okay, from the hood, we ain't have nothing but skates, and we used to get the rope from the telephone man when he would come through, and we would be like, "Yo,
what a cable up the cable guy."
Okay, we made our way out there. You ain't know nothing about that in Jersey.
You don't know,
all right?
Y'all
bought y'all ropes from Modell's. Y'all bought y'all ropes from Modell's.
Shut up.
We had to wait for the telephone man to come through and
Jersey,
chase him down for a rope.
Yo,
y'all went to Modell's. You jump rope on grass. What you talking about?
No, we did not. That just sounds dumb. That just sounds dumb. We used to be in the park. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I was not a double dutch girl. I could not do that stuff that everybody's doing. But let me tell you why this is a great idea. Because I was training in the boxing gym. You understand what I'm saying? When I was on my bullshit. And that rope, when you doing the rope, it's not that you ain't jump high enough. Sometimes your coordination be off. You understand what I'm saying? And if you jump the rope, you trying to, because he would do it for 3 minutes. So you sitting there jumping, you take a little break, and then you start jumping again. Yo, when that rope hits your ankles, okay, now if you had on sweatpants, cool. Shout out to True Light Films in the building. My brother is out here just killing it. He is the next Spike Lee, the next Hype Williams, everything. But when you jump and rope, man, when that thing smack your legs, I think this is a great idea. Thank you for the bad Illuminati. Because when you jump and rope, you really just need to be jumping. So she's still doing the same motion that she would do with jump rope. It's just she is being safe. Okay? So I well, because my little ankles, my little white ankles, that thing smack, you stop. It just shot. You understand what I'm saying? So
and if you wasn't jumping on grass, then you would know
I was jumping
how to jump.
Who are you talking to? You ain't got the answers, Babs. You ain't got the answers, Babs.
When you out there struggling,
well, speaking of
in front of your crib, you like, oh, we went to the park. We ain't go to the park to jump rope.
Ain't nobody say we was
in front of the house.
What about the park at school?
Stop with it.
No, we was at the park at school, and it had you had the rope, and then you had the long little, like they had beads on the ropes. What are you talking about?
Look at beads on the rope. Wait, what is a bead? We ain't never had no beads.
You don't know me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We didn't have poverty.
Bead on the rope.
It wasn't poverty. I'm sorry.
Bougie ass rope is that? Beads
I'm sorry. We didn't have poverty. I'm sorry.
We had beads in our hair, not on our rope.
Shut up.
Wait, don't be attacking the poverty now. Okay. Okay. Wait a second. Okay. Everyone back to your corners. Ding, 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 ding. two ladies are getting crazy. You two ladies are getting crazy. And speaking of two ladies getting crazy, two female prisoners got pregnant by the same transgendered inmate who they fought to have brought into the prison. So this was a transgender, but clearly still had the piece necessary to get people pregnant. So this female with some male parts got these women hot and bothered, and they ended up having a love triangle in which now there are two inmates pregnant by their transgender counterpart. How do you ladies feel about this?
That?
Well, I feel like, you got to get it how you could get it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I don't know how I would feel if I'm hit with 10, 15 years. But I'm good. I would be good because it's mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there, all the baddies in there, because there's some baddies in prison. I ain't going to hold you. It really is. But I'm like, listen, you got to get it how you can get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, period. And people think that just because you're transgender, that means that, you're not into vagina. But that's not true. It's a lot of...
Can you be considered transgendered if you still have the piece?
Listen to me, okay? The world is crazy, okay? Jesus started the rapture, okay? Yesterday, I saw a transgender, trans man breastfeeding a baby. What you do...
Thank you for going to that, Lady Luck. We appreciate you and your segue. Hold on so you can talk properly.
Okay, then I'll come back.
Because you already had it pulled up, and since you're saying it, I'm going to show it. You can keep talking. I'm not going to have no volume.
Talk. Your face while I talk. I like your facial expressions. Come back.
But it's like a news show. It's like if we were editing. So as you're talking about it, I'm showing the people, and you're like, yeah, I saw this video. Yeah, I'm trying to do it like the weird daytime talk show. You heard?
Going to the clip.
But that's a woman.
Well, going to the clip. That video is very long. But go ahead, play the clip.
That's a woman, though.
Not the whole thing.
And it does not mean we don't let the women say our parts. Still fine. What society has to say about it? I still go by he, him pronoun, and I'm my son's father. And I'm proud. They say, why do you carry your child after transitioning? It just happened that way. I mean, not like I planned this child, but he's definitely a blessing in disguise, and I wanted it the other way, but it just so happened to happen after transition. But yeah, care my child. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go back to you, Lady Luck.
And what you do in your bedroom is your business, because I know I've experienced me when I first came into the rainbow community. I would see girls with girls with straight, haircuts, Caesars, everything. They walk around with their straps, and all of a sudden they pregnant. You get what I'm saying? Whatever floats your boat. Me, I'm not here to judge anybody, but to talk about the people in jail. When you facing 20, you talking very loud for you to be transitioning, and you doing 20 years. When you in there, you gonna do whatever. You get what I'm saying? And whoever's gonna love you, because I know when I was locked up. I know when I was locked up, and I was only in there for 3 months. It was the longest 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't do nothing with nobody in jail. Came close. They was doing my laundry and stuff. But it was braiding my hair. They would get mad. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't touch nothing. You know what I'm saying? Well, I touched something, but I ain't do nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was... I did a little, I'm talking about, but but whatever floats your boat. But I'm not gonna tell people to pick a side, because the heart loves what the heart loves, and whatever your body parts is or whatever you determine, that is your business. You get what I'm saying? But bottom line is it's very strange, to be transitioning, because then I got questions. Because after you transition and you knew this was what you was going to do, how did you get pregnant? Don't be saying it just happened after I transitioned.
That's what I was. Thank you, Lady Luck. Thank you. That's what I was wondering. I'm like,
so
how?
Let me say this. All right. So, so it was a married couple, 2 lesbians. Now they've been together for a lot of years. Now, one of the lesbians said, I want to transition. I'm transgender. I want to transition. And so her fiance at the time said, okay, I'm going to stay with you. I'm going to support you. You got to remember, they've been together for like 10 years. And so now she transitions, and at the time that they get married, she's a he now, right? And she's on the hormones and all of that stuff, right? So then now the wife wants to have a child. And so she's having complications getting pregnant. She had like 2 or 3 miscarriages, and it was an issue. And so now the husband, who's, born a woman, said, okay, well, I guess I carry then, because, my wife can't. So what she did was get off of the hormones, because you have to get off of the pills, because them pills, it stops you from getting, it stops a lot of the shit that women go through. So
Right.
She got off of the pills. She went to the doctor, and then, they was like, yeah, well, it's a certain amount of time. And then she did the insemination, but she couldn't, if she wasn't able to carry full term, because something with the pills, it kind of like, thin, but whatever. But this is a reason why someone would do it, you know what I mean, in that circumstance. And then if she would have had the baby, she would have went back on her pills and been the father. Now, see, my thing is, which I just feel like the child should know who their mother and father is. I think, to raise a child and you like, I'm your dad, and then when are you going to decide to tell them what's really happening here? Like, so that's just, when I see things like that, I think about the child. That's just it. Because a lot of people be selfish. This is a fact. No matter how much you love this kid, a lot of decision making, it be, based off of people being selfish. This don't have nothing to do with your sexuality. Heterosexuals do it too. They be selfish in reasons why they have kids, and they're not thinking about how this kid is going to grow up. I used to say years ago, I don't care how much I'm in love with a dude. If your mother's a crackhead, I'm not having a baby by you, because then my kid grandmother is going to be a crackhead. And so
what?
yes. And so you have to think.
What's that got to do with them?
Because you got to think.
Wait, do you mean if they're if they're a crackhead at that time, or a recovering, like if they were?
Listen.
But what if they can always get off?
Moment, but what if they don't? I'm thinking about the moment at the time. I'm thinking about the legacy of my child, who they grandparents gonna be, who they aunts, who they uncles are gonna be.
Pastor.
What about if their parents got off of crack? So it's like your grandmother still was a former crackhead. So it's like,
yo, you go through things.
But they might need help in helping their parents. If you love them, okay. Well, I feel like it's different, maybe. Yeah, I'm about to say on the first meeting, maybe.
I'm together with you, and your family is like messed up. At the end of the day, that's my kid's family, B. When I give birth to this kid, your mother and father is my kid's grandparents. Your sisters and brothers is my kid's aunt. And at the end of the day, I'm not lining them up to have a fucked up family, a family of all kind of turmoil and crazy shit going on. Yes, that's a fact. That is a fact. I'm not doing
I'm not judging you. If I love you, okay, then we just gonna separate from them until they get their thing together. That's it. I'm not judging you, because as long as you ain't smoking the crack, that ain't your fault.
Nah, B, you bugging. I'm
Right.
not doing that, B. You was raised, if you...
So what if you with somebody and they was like kind of embarrassed by their family, so they wasn't initially honest about that? It's something that they're not comfortable talking about, and then after a year, maybe 2 years of being together, they finally open up about their family, and they're not, maybe they're not in connection with, but they want to, figure that relationship out or help their mother get off crack or something. Would you then be turned off, or would you help them?
DNA, let me tell you something. DNA is real. You could look at, like...
What if you crazy? I don't want a baby with you, man. You boss crazy.
Then you got the choice. I'm not knocking you. If you say, yo, bitch, you crazy, I don't want that in the DNA of my child, that's fine. But I have to, if you got a line of addicts in your family, this is, like, you have an addictive gene. This is in DNA. This is bloodline passed down the shit.
I'm
not dealing with that.
I do too.
Dealing with that.
Because I come from addiction. I am literally breaking generational curses each and every day, right? My mom has been off drugs for over 15 years. My dad, not even 3, right? And I know for a fact that I have an addictive personality to where I was addicted. I get addicted to working out. I get addicted to work. I get addicted to things. I do. So it's something that I've never been addicted to certain substances, but I know how hard it is to deal with addiction. So my daughter is amazing, right? So if someone wanted to be with her and try to judge my daughter off of her grandparents or of my parents, that's crazy, because look what look what I've done. Look at the barriers that I've broken. Look at the changes that I've made. So you can make those changes.
I didn't say the great grandparent.
My parents are
great grandparent. If they looked at her mother.
So if somebody wanted to judge me, if a man didn't want to be, if you wouldn't want to be with me, Babs?
On drugs. If I met you, let me tell you something. If I met you and both of your parents and your whole family had issues at that time, no, I'm not bringing my kid into that. I'm sorry. That's my choice. It doesn't matter. I got to think about the kid. Me having this kid with.
But look where I'm at now, non-wanting to date me person.
That's good. But I'm talking about when I'm dealing with at the time, because a lot of people go into situations thinking things are going to change. You got a lot of women that have kids like, oh, well, I thought things would be different when the baby came. Nah, shorty, ain't nothing different. So I'm dealing with what's on the table at the time. I'm sorry. I don't want my kids' grandparents to be drug addicts. I don't want that. And so at the end of the day, what's wrong with me saying that? Well,
no, you have your preference. I just feel like that's a little judgmental, and it's a judgment that might not be true. So I'm a great person. I'm working through things, but my parents are addicted to substances and they have issues. So that's going to keep you from wanting to be with me and build with me and grow with me, because I have these parents who I didn't choose. I didn't choose these parents. So you're mad at my parents? But if I'm not like
choosing grandparents, you didn't choose them parents, but I would be choosing them as grandparents for my kids. Yes, I would.
But if I'm not a bad person, if I love every part of you, if I'm supportive to you, if I'm educated, and if I'm doing well, maybe I'm not where I want to be, but I'm working towards something. If I have a future ahead of me, because my parents had shortcomings, you wouldn't want to be with me.
Well, you dragging it now.
If you would have met me 3 years ago with my parents, so
come on, man, you're different.
Am I dragging? No, I'm asking a real question.
You just stop it. You know what I'm saying.
Ding, 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 ding. Listen, bottom line is, back to what we were saying, the heart loves.
I love this show.
The body loves who the body loves, the heart loves. When you turn the lights off, whatever it is that you like is what you like. And I'm not here to judge you. Just don't push whatever you have on me. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like, I may not have to like it, but I respect your decision and I respect what you are. I'm not going to tell somebody that they're wrong, because I come from a generation where I couldn't really I was always myself. I never lied or tried to perpetrate being somebody else, but I come from where I'm in the church and they talk crazy about me when I walk in. Like, I remember one Easter Sunday, I was outside and I heard everybody talking about Easter and Jesus. As soon as I sat down, I'm the only rainbow committee in there, and they start talking about how those people was going to hell. And I ain't like that. My mama even went to the pastor, do you want her to stop coming to church? So I'm not going to judge anybody for their decisions. Whatever it is that you do it. And I want you to be happy, because life is about fulfilling it. If I think it's a little strange, that is my tasting. You know what I mean? And that's my pause. Like, I might not eat crickets, but there's people out here who eat chocolate covered crickets. That just ain't for me. You understand what I'm saying? I think it's strange. But you might say, hey, it is what it is. So bottom line, whatever it is that makes you happy, I don't have to go stand before God or stand before Yahweh for you. You know, I got to go worry about myself and my own problems. I have no time worrying about what nobody doing in their bedroom or what they doing in their jail cell. That is your business, okay?
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, speaking of other people,
I'm just saying that this is what I would prefer, and things could change. Because guess what? You could meet somebody and they mother could not be on drugs, and then 10 years later she could be popping pills, and you know she had an accident and now she addicted to perks. So anything could damn happen. But I'm just dealing with at the moment, at the end of the day, and I really you know, just want to think about the life that this child is gonna have, and that's just all I'm saying. That's just really it.
What would you do if you employed someone and their birthday arrived and you threw them a surprise party when they told you they didn't want the party, and they ended up suing you for $450,000 for emotional distress because they didn't want the party? How would you feel? What would you do?
I'm not giving nobody nothing they don't want. So if somebody tell me that they don't want no party and they don't want no surprise party, I gotta respect your wishes, and I get to save my money on the cupcakes. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not upset. You tell Beast, hey, I don't want no party. I'm not even gonna get into that situation. Somebody tell me they don't want no baby with me because something happened before, I'm not gonna force you to do nothing. You understand what I'm saying? I want people to be Jehovah's Witness. I like Jehovah's Witness. They only celebrate one holiday, and I forgot what it was. I missed the ceremony. My sister keep calling me. My sister I never met before in my life. We finally met each other, and all she do is call me about Jehovah. But I'm glad she not gonna call me for no Christmas gifts, no birthday gifts, no nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Only thing she want me to join her Jehovah's Witness stuff. So I'm not gonna judge nobody. If you're not out here celebrating the pagan holidays, I'm happy. I get to sell. I get to save my money. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a Jehovah's Witness every Christmas, so I am not mad at you, and I would never be in that position.
What about you, Bunny? What would you do?
I'm gonna throw the party anyway because I'm going.
If somebody told me that they didn't want a surprise, that they didn't like parties, I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not big on surprises, but it doesn't mean that I would be upset if somebody threw me a surprise party. Hint, hint. You know, hint. I need my surprise party to be lit. You know what I'm talking about? But
do y'all agree with the person suing? So it was a Kentucky worker. The boss wanted to throw him a birthday party. He said he didn't want the party. I'm not sure if he vocalized that he didn't want the party because he wanted to avoid the stress of being the center of attention because he has like anxieties. But the boss, he probably didn't tell him that. That's why he threw the party anyway. So he threw the party, and the employee suffered multiple panic attacks. So do y'all feel like this case, this lawsuit is warranted? Do you feel like he deserves this amount of money?
When the next time they call me and ask me, do I want coverage for my car, I'm going to tell them, please do not call me anymore. This is causing me anxiety and mental stress. And what about you?
I have mental stress. I'm getting ready to sue somebody.
That's what I'm saying. Next time somebody call me with some bills, I'm going to tell them, listen, man, please don't call me anymore. This is giving me stress and anxiety. And the next time they call me, I'm going to say, what's the name of your company? What's your address? Okay. And now I get to sue you because you are.
We should. Let's file that class act lawsuit.
That's
America's
a fact.
allowing people to sue anybody. If you giving me anxiety, I'm going to sue your ass now.
Amen. Amen.
So matter of fact, everybody.
Somebody tried to rob somebody else and like cut themselves on a knife and sued them, and got some, like, you can. America's crazy.
Their house and they hurt themselves and they sued them. So ladies and gentlemen in the comments, if you don't buy a badge, you are causing me mental anxiety. So everybody in the comments right now, if you don't buy a badge, it's causing me mental anxiety, and I'm gonna sue you if you don't buy a badge. I'm telling everybody, I'm going to fall right now.
Class act lawsuit.
I might sue them all. The prices on these Versace sneakers is giving me anxiety. Okay? Everywhere I go now, it's causing me mental anguish. I'm telling you, I'm suing everybody.
Well, Viola Davis is probably experiencing some mental anguish right now as well. So she's getting a lot of backlash for her portrayal of Michelle Obama in a TV series. So I want y'all to look. People don't like her mannerisms. They saying it's not really giving Michelle. So we're going to take a gander.
John Edwards have Secret Service? What about John McCain, Mitt Romney? Probably not. Yeah. You know why? You're a coon. You're a nigger. Running for president of the United States? Really? John Edwards have Secret Service? What about John McCain, Mitt Romney? Probably not. Yeah. You know why? You're a coon. You're a nigga.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was so stuck on them damn lips. It went to again. So if you see the mannerisms now, we all know that Mrs. Michelle Obama does do a little funny things when she talks. But do y'all feel like Viola hit the mark or missed it?
To be honest with you, I don't know her mannerism. I don't know how she is when she talking to, you know, Obama behind closed doors. You know, so let's not forget Michelle is, you know, is lit out here. And I don't know Barack. I don't know how she is when she's talking to Barack behind closed doors. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And whatever, it's free promotion for the movie because now we want to go watch the movie and see what they're doing. Shout out Viola Davis. She's an excellent actress. I recently read that people felt like she wasn't attractive enough to have the show How to Get Away with Murder. I think everybody need to mind their business. I'm about to sue my mother. She's giving me mental anguish right now. She's telling me I'm putting my feet on the thing that you go on the feet. Matter of fact, yes, my forehead. Yes, she's giving me mental anguish and anxiety about my forehead. Shout out my brother Malcolm. Shout out my cousin Anthony. They seen my mother giving mental anguish. I might have to sue her. Okay, she's talking during my program. She understands. Okay. Shout out my mother. I'm telling you, buy a badge because y'all giving me anxiety when you don't buy a badge. Not making a certain amount of money. I can't sue you, Short Sexy. Okay, you keep the lights on over here. So everybody else and bring the beats. So anybody else, Sean? Okay, good. I saw you bought a badge. Anybody else not buying the badge? I'm getting mental anguish. Okay.
Okay, so I found a video. We gonna hopefully she do some facial expressions so we have something to compare Viola's performance to. Now I don't have a video of her talking to Obama, but I have a video of her talking to Oprah's bestie Gail. You know Oprah and Kale. So hold on.
MC Search, what up? Ricky, what up?
Search was good, baby.
Doing okay. I want people to get a sense, Michelle, of your life because
my life now.
Your life.
She's my life now.
Yeah, it's one of those rare moments. I call it Toastgate, for lack of a better thing. Toastgate.
This is how I open up the book.
Yes.
It's sort of the life that I was living months after we had moved out of the White House. I was alone for the first time in a long time because for 8 years prior to that.
See that thing? 8 years. You saw the lips? You saw the lips? So she tried. Maybe she went a little overboard, but she tried. What do you now that you've seen something? Hi, how are you? Welcome. Your name and where you're from?
The building.
Hi, ladies. It's Ricky DaVista. Hey.
Ricky, how do you feel about the way she was doing her lips move like Michelle Obama?
I didn't really see a problem with it. I just think, you know, it's social media. They always got to make some shit up. They always got to talk about something. But I didn't see a problem with it.
Okay, Ricky, now I'm glad that you're with us because you are also part of the Rainbow Committee and you're very, very vocal.
And he's a fashion guru.
On Bacon, Egg, and Cheese After Dark because just keep it clean, Ricky. How do you feel about either the 2 women getting pregnant by the transgender person in jail, or how do you feel about the transgender male breastfeeding the baby?
So I'll start with a transgender male breastfeeding a baby. That was a little different, but I think, you know, in today's generation and society, nothing should surprise us nowadays, to be honest with you. I mean, you see the trans men, you see the trans women, you see these women turning into men and vice versa. It's like, girl, just let these people live. We got so much other things to worry about. Good night.
And them getting pregnant in jail, the 2 women who are facing life because they murdered their foster care parents. How do you see? MC Search is not giving me anxiety. He's buying multiple badges and he's a legend.
Yes.
How do you feel about the 2 people in jail getting pregnant by the trans?
So when I seen that, I was like, damn, that was very shocking to me just because it's so unexpected. But then again, it's like nowadays, I mean, you know, it's not a big surprise at all. Were you like shocked at it?
I was shocked that this is in New Jersey. I was shocked that they are putting them into the women's facility now, you know, because of what you are as. Just like me, I would love to identify as Caucasian, but they're not going to put me in that Caucasian. I mean, I'm a little light skinned and I want to be identified as Caucasian on my credit report. You understand what I'm saying? But they're not going to. So I feel like, you know, they should go to where they was born, you know, especially if you still have those parts that's working. Now, if you done had the whole full shebang, then fine, you could go in there. Still got working parts. You gotta go.
Nah, but this is the thing, though.
Because then they're going to get violated by the men.
They need to have their own facility because not for nothing, I know a lot of dudes that's doing time. And I've had these conversations with them and they're like, no way. No way that they could put them in there because they was like, the guys in there is like, yo, crazy. I'm like, if it's men in there that's been in there for 10, 15, 20 years, you put a transgender in there that looks just like a woman. They was like, there's no way.
And got the parts they've been dealing with anyway.
Wild out on them. Wild out. Like, so.
They wild out when you're not that. So, I mean, it's a scary place, ladies and gentlemen. So crime doesn't pay.
So let me ask y'all this. As a trend, do you think she should be allowed to go to the women's bathroom even though she still has a penis?
No.
Everything needs its own at this point, right? There needs to be its own new section. You know, their own Olympics, their own swim team, their own bathrooms, their own jail, like, let's just create a whole new, it's a whole new vibe. It's not, you know, cis man and cis, it's a whole new vibe. Like, create a new vibe.
I'm confused. I'm not knocking nobody. I'm very confused with the new world that we're living in. Okay, they're going to children with Disney. I'm just very confused. You understand?
What I just want to know is, like, what makes it, like, you know, do you have to have certain surgeries to be considered? Do you have to look a certain way?
I read a story in Bergen County where they went and they did a whole robbery and everything like that. And then the gentleman started to identify as a woman. And here's the thing. I found out they get less time, too. So you could be out here, you could be Debo. And you robbing people, beat people up, and as soon as you go to jail, sir, I identify as a woman now, and they gotta respect it. You get what I'm saying? It's crazy. And identify Caucasian. If Rachel Dorshell or Dorshell, whatever her name is, if she wanted to identify as black, we need to let her. Because if everybody get to identify what they want to identify, I might want to identify as a dog tonight. Woof! You understand what I'm saying? You should be able to identify with whoever you are and whatever you are, but you gotta go to that part. I think they need to have a separate section for trans who are breaking the law.
Have y'all gotten that's turning into men?
What?
It's like trans men?
Yo,
so I recently
experienced this myself. Like for one time, right?
Yeah. You have.
I was hanging out with two see, I don't even know the terminology and I'm part of the game, but I was hanging out with somebody who was, you know, an AG, okay, proper terminology, and then she brought her friend along. Now, sometimes I done gotten arguments with people because I keep saying what I've grown up as, like, you know, she, he. I had somebody curse me out one time, him and his girlfriend. Stop calling her she. It's a he. I said, listen, okay, you still got the same parts as me. But we went out to dinner, right? And they was like, yeah, I'm transitioning. I was like, okay, well, good for you. So I started talking about the strap because I have a strap invention. And the young person, male, female, I don't know what you identify, told me I never used a strap before. What? You know what I'm saying? It's just, yo, I'm telling you, it's just different out here. So I might as well, like you said, I got enough things to worry about. I got to put my mask back on because I got very free out here in raw dog. So I
recently met this dude. I thought it was a dude, and when I tell you this dude looks so good, beard, muscles, everything, and he was like, "I got to tell you something." I'm like, "What?" He was like, "I got a vagina," and I was like, "No, you don't. It's no way in hell. It's no way in hell you got a vagina." And truth, she whatever had a vagina, but I was completely turned off because I like penis.
See, this is where it gets so basically.
There is gay men, definitely like lesbian women that look like men. There is.
Yo, let me tell you something, ladies.
But if you would have been interested, y'all basically would have had heterosexual sex, right?
Exactly.
Two things. One, when Lady Luck was single and sliding in a lot of DMs, okay? I'm guilty, baby. You know this was before you. I was sliding in a lot of DMs. I met a young lady, bad. We DMing each other, we, you know, said something like that. I was like, so let's go out to eat. And the person said, well, I just want to tell you that I'm trans. And I was like, well, we might have to figure the science out later because motherfucker was bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take you home to mama and explain it. Mama, you know, I'm not gay no more. Well, technically, you know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Then I was gonna work on a TV show, right? There's a couple that I'll talk to on the phone. It was a trans man and a trans woman. So I'm on the phone with the trans woman because she was like, yo, you know, my baby father my baby father ain't, you know, shit and everything like that. Because the trans man was selling drugs, busting guns, everything in the street, right? And then they wanted to have a baby. He dropped the baby off, carried the baby. So out here with a full Caesar, everything like that, still selling drugs, busting guns. And as soon as he had the baby, left it with the trans woman. I said, damn, you really ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And then the trans woman at home trying to phone to me like, he's still out there in the street. I'm telling you, the world is crazy right now. You know, so, ladies and gentlemen, just be happy, but just keep your shit.
Yeah.
Open. That's it.
So before I go, I got to tell you one more thing, which it's funny that you say that.
Off. You don't.
Huh?
You don't leave. We kick you off. You don't tell us.
Oh.
Need to clip him before he can tell us the last thing.
I gotta finish washing clothes and stuff. But no, listen. So I recently had a couple. They reached out to me. So on my social media, I talk a lot about sex or whatever. The girl wanted me to give head to the dude to see how good I am at giving head, while she sat in a corner and fingered herself.
This is why we have you on After Dark, Ricky. You see how you just went crazy, Ricky? Do you see?
But I didn't say too much though.
This is a daytime show, Ricky. Okay, we're not gonna talk about it, but we do.
Okay, should I do it?
How crazy you? Do you see on the audience, Ricky?
Look,
about you.
Should I do it?
But yes, but goodbye now, Ricky. Like you just said. Tell me how it was. Goodbye, Ricky. Okay.
We love Ricky. He's always invited. We definitely need to get an After Dark show together. That's hilarious. Before we go, speaking of After Dark, should this next topic and this next thing have been done after dark? So it's a senior citizens home and they hired someone to entertain the seniors. Take a look and then we'll talk about it.
I'm invested. Is that the clip? That's not the clip.
That's a clip at the senior citizen home.
I'm talking about. Gotta live too.
And let me tell you, they loved it.
I want you to know both sides niggas steady jocking because they know I'm the truth.
So y'all think that's a great idea? What if one of the old folks would have had a heart attack, God forbid?
One thing that is close to my heart is older people. I'm really like trying to figure out something as far as like, you know, senior citizens and them being able to have a full life once they hit a certain age, because there's a lot of people that live their life, they forget about them. They work most of their life. They retired. They struggling out here. You know, it's hard for them. They can't get no stipends because they own property. It's just a lot. And so to see these old people have a good old time, it just touches my heart. I love old people like I love kids. And I think that it was a great thing. And yes, I hope they do that at more senior citizen homes.
Well, I see.
What about you, Luck? You gonna get a little exotic dancer for your mother for her birthday?
I ain't no exotic, brother. I do my own exotic stuff. Don't even your mother like I'm old like that, sweetheart. Like I'm some old woman. I'm young and I'm beautiful. I don't need that.
No, you are young and beautiful. I'm just talking about because you are a mom.
I'm still young and hot and everything.
Wait, what you say? You technically still an elder.
How old are you?
So I'm asking about the elders.
The little kids. I'm not talking about elders.
I'm elder too. So I would ask my daughter's friends if they would hire certain things for me. So I'm asking her because they were elders.
I love you, baby. Don't put my name in there.
Huh? I heard you earlier. You was in it earlier. So I was just bringing you in as a for opinion.
Donna Lee, I don't need her to give me nothing. I can get my own stuff.
Let me tell you something. First of all, she gets mad at me now because we hanging out, okay? And we I'm gonna tell it. Since you want to come, you know what I'm saying? You want to come all in here. Let me tell you something. Nobody would do that on the real. So we went out, right? And we at the club. So I see my mother. I'm telling you, I see my mother disappear. And I turned to my friend and said, "Where my mother at?" She said she want to walk around. I walked to the back. My mother's surrounded by young men. They all going like this. Hey, and my mother's dancing in the middle of the circle, and the young men is on my mother. I grabbed her. Come on. Shout out my son in the building. Okay?
My son, the general.
She don't need my help with nothing because my mother's a life of the party. We showed up to the battle, right?
I know I saw her on your Insta story getting down.
Battle, right? And as soon as my mother walked in, no, they want pictures with her. My mother said, hey. Everybody said, hey. There was no music on. Shout out Overflow. There was no music on. And everybody around my mother, hey, hey. My mother started dancing. Hey. I said, yo. My mother outside, okay? So she don't need nothing.
We know. Ow.
Yo, it's been a great show, man. I love y'all. These people is dressed. We about to get out of here. My son, we got to have a show, man. I'm going to hit your phone. She don't need no help. Trust me, she might help us.
It was just a question, baby. It's a topic. I never take anything personal. This is business.
Baby. Oh, snap.
You probably could.
Teach me. I need to know.
You probably could. I need to know where the fountain of youth is so I could pop up with my suits and my you know. You the fabulous elder. You heard me?
She ready to turn up today.
Can you see it, baby? That's all I want to know.
Yo, all right. Ladies and gentlemen.
Everyone, make sure you are following the BEC Show on Instagram, and don't forget to follow us on YouTube as well. Subscribe to our YouTube, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a beat. And while you're there, so show a lot of love and subscribe to the Queen of the Ring herself, Babs Bunny. She has a platform where she is empowering female MCs, and don't forget to show love to Lucky Enterprises, Lucky Tea, Lucky CBD, Lucky Crowns, and Lucky Sounds. And also go to my website, MissLissaKnows.com, where you can get all of this. And tonight I'll be at Harlem Nights hosting the open mic. It's a stand-up open mic, so if you're a comedian in the New York area, please stop by. And Miss Donna Lee, we love you. Every Saturday, tap in with Miss Donna Lee and all her homegirls, and we're all there as well. Free Dot Ministry on Instagram. I am Miss Lissa, and I approve this message. Shout out to everyone. See you on Wednesday. I love you, ladies.
Quick shout out to Lucky Crowns, one of my sponsors for my next event. Yeah, it's lit out here. You already know.
Oh, shoot. Come on!
Hey,
I gotta give you another crowd. Yo. Now I done gave Babs about 3 different crowns. So Babs is so petty. When I gave Remy her crown, she filming it for me. She was like, "Oh, that's nice." And Remy like, "Oh, I love it." She was like, "Yeah, on the film." "Oh, yeah, I never got that crown. Lucky and get it like that." So I mean, it's on the video. That's why I had to put music up because my friend is super duper petty. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Babs. I'll always speak her mind.
I mean, at least Babs got a crown. I mean, I only have the crown that God gave me, the invisible crown. And if you like this bucket hat, though, MissLissaKnows.com. She only gave 3 crowns to Babs, 1 crown to Remy, and none to me, but it's still better than many. See you on Wednesday. Let's go. We love you, Miss Donna. Ooh. Okay.
Yo, what is you waiting for? Wake that ass up. After we do the show, then stop. And what?
Ooh. Go Babs. Go Miss Donna. Go Love. Mess it up. Go Love. Mess it up. Ooh. 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 Ooh.